And then when you're ready, that big breath in, in, breath. That's it now. Keep squeezing all the way to the end for as long as you can.
I first went to see my GP when I was about 50-ish. I was working in a hotel in Manchester at the time, and I was unaware that I was coughing. It was my work colleagues that said, you won't get to the doctors with that. He sent me to see a specialist. I was diagnosed with emphysema. COPD, hadn't got a clue what it meant.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, known as COPD, is an extremely common disease. There's about 400 million people affected with it worldwide. It's the third most common cause of death. In the UK, there's over 1 million people affected. COPD is caused commonly by cigarette smoking, and patients become progressively more breathless.
Walking up the stairs, no. Walking up an incline is difficult. In the severe cold and wind, it takes my breath away.
For most people, when they have a cold or an infection, they'll get better within a week or two. For COPD patients, these can develop into very, very severe episodes where patients can't breathe properly, they may be admitted to hospital, and some of these episodes result in death. There's only 3 classes of drugs that we have: inhaled corticosteroids, muscarinic antagonists and beta agonists, the last 2 being bronchodilators. And even if you place patients on 2 or 3 of these medicines, many patients remain significantly symptomatic and disabled.
I first met Verona back in about 2012, and I very quickly realised I had a very interesting asset in the company and one that could be really meaningful for patients.
The VRP.L is the first of a new type of compound that opens the airways. We call it bronchodilator, and at the same time it has anti-inflammatory properties. We can layer this on top of existing therapies, and we expect that you will get a substantial improvement in lung function and reduction in symptoms, and easier for the patients to breathe.
When I was the head of the biopharmaceutical business, we looked at companies such as Verona to supplement and increase the amount of innovation we could bring to our own company. And a disease such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or cystic fibrosis, both target areas, are both areas that need significant innovation.
VRP.L, which is Verona's drug, is unique. We think it was very undervalued, it was listed in London, and one where a significant amount of capital could push this product forward.
We have an opportunity to drive development through phase 2B and then also into phase 3, all the way to commercialization, which would make it a very attractive opportunity for us, for investors, but maybe most important for patients with these diseases that really needs a new treatment.
Through the VIPE, we've made 2 investments in Verona, one in 2016 and a follow-on in an IPO in 2017. In total, $148 million has gone into Verona. That gives it enough capital to take the company through to 2021 and multiple clinical study readouts through that time.
We have built an excellent team that's located both in the US and here in London, and that gives us the best of both sides of the Atlantic in drug development and commercialization.
We've got a great product, excellent people in the company. It's a small team, but they're all first-class professionals, and we have great investors. Over the years, we've seen really 2 major approaches to treating respiratory diseases: bronchodilation and anti-inflammatory activity. Now, those original concepts are 30, 40 years old. Verona's product encompasses both of these mechanisms of action in the same product, and that's totally unique, and I think we could revolutionize the market.